What's up guys, welcome back to another video, and today what we're going to be doing is installing the Street Aero diffuser on my Genesis. And just a little side note, it is already kind of put together. I actually bought it off of someone, brand new. He never put it on his car. He just like bought it and then realized that he didn't want it. So I bought it off of him. So this thing is, I guess you can still say it's brand new. It's already kind of assembled, but I'm just gonna run through real quick what you guys have to do to assemble it. So when you order it, the fins, like this middle section, already comes assembled with the fins already on it, with the screws already going through the top. The only thing you guys are gonna have to assemble is the side piece that kind of goes underneath your exhaust on both sides, which it just has like brackets that attach to the top right here and then over here along the side. Pretty straightforward. And then the diffuser also came with these guys that go right along the side. I don't think I'm going to be putting these on. They're just a little bit too big for my likings. Like, I feel like they may look better if your car is wide body, but I'm still on stock body, so I think I'm going to keep them off the car. And I already have these small little canard looking things on my car already, so I think I'm going to keep those. I'm just going to put on the rear diffuser. And also, I'm not going to be taking off my bumper for this. I heard you can take off your bumper and it makes it a little bit easier. I'm going to be keeping the bumper on my car. I'm just going to be jacking up the car instead, just so I can be able to line up where the pieces have to go underneath the exhaust pipes. So I feel like if you take off the bumper, you might not be able to center where the exhaust pipe piece sits. So we're going to get right into this. So in order to be able to mount this flush with the bottom of your car, you're either gonna have to do either two things. Either take out the screws completely so the fins can come off, or you can just back them out enough, like what I'm doing. Just back them out enough so they're not poking through the other side, but still keep them into the bottom of the diffuser. So it's still in, but backed out enough so it's flush. So when I do line them up with the bottom of my car, it's not gonna be poking out and I'll be able to line it up nice and even. So what I'm doing here, after I back out the screws so they're flush with the back of this, I'm just making my own tape brackets on all the fins. So when the screws are backed out, it'll still be flimsy, but not enough that it'll be like moving all around and enough to annoy me. So I just made like small little brackets going across all the fins. So when I do back out the screws, they won't be very flimsy and moving around, but they're gonna be stable enough to just stay in place. The diffuser is on. Sorry we didn't really show the process, but it was kind of straightforward. It just took two people to kind of level it up, and it was kind of hard to get the camera underneath without having a third person here. But pretty much we just leveled it up with the bottom of the bumper, and underneath the bottom of the bumper you do have this black piece here underneath, and there's like a lip underneath the car that we kind of rested right up against. So it's flush with this going all the way back across here. So then once it's pressed up against that, you just have to make sure it's centered between right here where the exhaust cutout is. And then we did the same thing on the other side and make sure that's nice and flush. And this thing is pretty sturdy, and once again, I'm not going to be putting in the side things because I feel like they're too big. The only thing is that this thing is going to be flopping a little bit, but that's fine. But it looks pretty good. We just gotta lower the car down and see how much lower it looks. Alright, so right now we're pretty aired up. in the rear, so we still have an okay amount of space underneath. It actually is pretty low, but we still got quite an amount of gap right there. So we're gonna go ahead and air out, and we're gonna see how much lower it is. So that is pretty low to the ground. Aired out, that's about 4 fingers maybe. So we got about like 2.5 inches maybe, 3 inches to the ground. So wow. That's really aggressive. And again, I did not put on the side things. I feel like I didn't like them. So I left on these little side things that I have already. But I don't think I'm gonna put them on, just because I kind of like the way it looks without them. And what I'm probably going to do is all the Phillips heads that you can see, I'm probably gonna paint them black. Maybe with like some touch-up paint or nail polish or something like that, or get black screws. I don't know. I just don't like seeing the silver screw heads. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for this install. It wasn't that much of an in-depth detailed video on how to install it. It was pretty straightforward. Sorry that we didn't show installing it, just because we needed like a bunch of hands to hold it up against the car, and it was kind of hard to set up the camera so close to the floor. But if you guys have any questions on how to install it, make sure to leave it down in the comments below and I'll get back to you guys. Or if you want, you guys could DM me on Instagram. I have my Instagram up on the screen here. It's also in the outro and the description. So if you guys have any questions, just send me a DM there. But make sure to like and subscribe, and turn on that post notifications button. We'll be uploading hopefully around once or twice a week. But that should be it for this video, guys. See you in the next one. Peace.